Welcome back to the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Show. I'm Cleve Loveland, Central Florida's best real estate planner, alongside Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger.
Yeah,
that's right. And so nobody here wearing their pajama bottoms to work. Nobody with a man bun. Nobody paying for celebrity endorsements. We're not doing that. I got a couple more listings, Bruce, I want to talk about. Got a great property, Skiable Lakefront, for $470,000. Now that's what lots cost. A lakefront lot in Central Florida costs that.
Gosh.
This is in Dundee, just by Lake Wales, Haines City. $470,000. Nice house, no neighborhood HOA, 1 acre of property, 4-car garage, plenty of room for a pool, but you want a skiable lake. And the nice thing about it, the house looks due north and south. The lake is stretched north and south. It looks like you're on the ocean. You can't see the other side of the lake. Great property for $460,000. I've got Lakefront in Doctor Phillips, exactly I was talking about. Lots on this lake sell for almost $1 million. $1.6 million for 3,100 square feet. Beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bath with a pool and 3-car garage. Just beautifully done. Reiki Silliman custom home. You're looking at the iDrive skyline and great neighborhood there. And then I've got commercial property in Cocoa. I've got 5 acres with a building, 2,500 square feet for $1.1 million. And it could be great for retail, great for storage, anything like that. You have any questions about those homes? Give me a call at 407-352-8118.
Yep, that's for Cleve Loveland, the voice of real estate here in Central Florida. All right, I want to cover just a few things. I want to cover bridge loans, because people call about bridge loans because they've got a home that they got to sell and they have equity in it, but they don't have money to put down until the equity's pulled out of it. So a bridge loan allows you to pull the equity out of your home to put down on a new one. Now, the dilemma with typical bridge loans is you have to qualify for your current mortgage since you still have it. You have to qualify for the new mortgage since you're buying a new home, and you have to qualify for the equity that you're pulling out of the house. So this is why we don't see a lot of bridge loans close. However, the idea behind a bridge loan can really solve a problem. So we looked at, this is a dilemma because people aren't going to qualify for 3 mortgages on 2 houses. So what we did is we created our own bridge loan, Cleve, and here's how it works. I'll give you 75% out of your current home. Okay.
Up to
75%. Minus the balance of the mortgage that you have.
Yep.
All right. For you to put down on your new home or pay down debt, whatever you got to do, pay off credit cards and put your down payment on your new home. Now, I will not count your current mortgage payment or the new loan for the equity that I pull out of it against you to buy your home. I do not even count that as a debt ratio. Now, this is allowing you to pull the money out of your current home, put down on the new one. Now, here's the thing. I will give you, as a real estate agent, 21 days to put that house on the market from the day you buy the new home. If it does not sell within 120 days, we buy it.
Hold on.
At fair market, not at 50% loan to value, not at 70% loan to value, at full value.
I feel kind of threatened. Are you guys getting into the real estate business?
No, we are not. No, we are not, because we want you to list that home.
Oh, yeah.
We want you to sell that home. We don't want to buy the home.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want to buy the home, but we will.
That's ingenious. Yeah.
We will buy it.
But here's the one thing. To have a real estate plan, this is what's great, knowing what products are out there to help you. Because sometimes what I'll have is people, we talk about how the market's fractured. Some markets are buyer's markets right now. Some are really hot markets. And you want to go into a really hot market. Get set up with you. Get fast track. Get that bridge loan set up. Go get that home.
My buyers have a better chance on getting the winning offer when negotiating a real estate transaction than any other lender. I'll put my name on and my reputation on it than any other lender that you can find. Why? Because I'm more proactive. Why? Because I fully approve your loan. I don't pre-approve your loan. And when your loan's fully approved through an underwriter, not signed a letter by a loan officer, when it's fully approved, I can guarantee the seller a closing. So I am so solid with my clients that I will physically offer the seller to pay them up to $500 per day for every day I miss your closing.
Yep. And you don't have to do
call
that.
your bank and ask them if you'll do that. Ask Rocket Mortgage if you'll do that. Speaking of Rocket Mortgage, it's the most common one people go to just compare rates. You want to shop rates? Go to Rocket Mortgage. I'll compare their rate to my rate. Do you know that right off the bat, their rate looks really good? It looks better than everybody else.
Until you talk to them.
Until you talk to them.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. They right off the bat, they're charging you 2 points to get that rate. And you have to have under a 43 ratio with 20% down and a $500,000 mortgage.
It's a bait and switch.
So I don't know if it's bait and switch, but you really got to fit into that box.
Well, that's to pay for the football.
99% of the population doesn't, and then they're switching.
But that's because they got to pay for the baseball stadium.
Oh, yeah.
And they got to pay for the blimp.
Billions of dollars in advertisements.
They probably got a NASCAR team and an F1 team. I know that F1 teams are really expensive. So that's probably what it's all about.
Well, so they got to make their money somewhere.
What's the phone number?
Call the Lone Ranger right now at 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144. Or we bring you home.com.
And Cleve Loveland, 407-352-8118, or go to cleveloveland.com. And real quick, I want to talk about some things that I see out there, Bruce. I've just about seen it all when I see people add on to their home and add on to their home. And you got to watch out for something called functional obsolescence. This is a term.
Absolutely.
It's funny. It's probably one of the few things that stuck with me from my first real estate school 30 years ago.
Appraisers use it all the time.
They use it all the time. And this is where I remember the first time, it was like my first year in real estate. I walked into a house. It's right over by SeaWorld here on the lake. Gorgeous home. Now, the home was built in the 60s, but it had been renovated. The gentleman had added like a great renovation of a master bedroom and 2 other bedrooms and another living area, put a pool on, dock, all this stuff. But I walk in the house and I'm kind of like looking around. And I'm like, wait a minute, where's the kitchen? Well, I was standing right next to it. It was 2 5-foot banks of cabinets. It was literally like a little L-shaped kitchen with a stove and fridge right there. And I almost thought I was in the butler's pantry. And I'm looking around for the rest of the kitchen with the big island. And,
right.
And I was seeing this home as the second realtor. The guy had called me. It was right after I got the radio show. So probably my second year in real estate. And I'm looking around. I'm like, well, I can tell you why you haven't sold. I'm like, you got no kitchen. He goes, It's right there. I go, you got no kitchen. I go, how many people do you think will live in this 4-bedroom home? He goes, I don't know, probably at least 3, 4. And I go, well, where are they going to sit when they eat dinner? I'm like, because we've got a big dining room. I go, what if they're just having breakfast? You think they want to make the dining? I mean, it was just so obsolete, functionally obsolete.
Did he get it?
I got the listing and I sold it. We did not. We adjusted the price slightly. We did that.
So somebody's going to renovate.
And I put a conceptual drawing in there from one of my contractors on where the kitchen could be and what it would look like, and a price from a cabinet guy, and we got it done. But that's beautiful. What's important about calling me to do that. But I've seen this where people add on. Like I drive by a house in Mount Dora all the time. It cracks me up. It's literally got a 6-car garage lined up across the front of it. And then there's like this little door and window on the other side. That's the original house. It was about 1,100 square feet. Now, God bless him. He loves his car collection. I can respect that. I love cars. But you got to look at these things sometimes when you go to add on to something. And sometimes you should not add on. You should just get another home and rent the old one or sell the old one. And that's what's really important. You know, when you make you renovate. I got a house I'm listing next week in Doctor Phillips. It's going to go in a heartbeat because it's in an older neighborhood, which usually has low ceilings and small master bedrooms. Well, this owner did a master bedroom add-on that was just awesome. Vaulted ceilings in it, extra living area, big glamorous master bath, all the things that fix what's wrong with that neighborhood. So it's really important. You call me if you're thinking about adding on to your home. I can help you with a real estate plan. 407-352-8118.
Yeah, and the Lone Ranger, get your application started now at 407-250-9144. We got physician loans we haven't talked about. 100% financing, 0 down. For physicians and no PMI. How do you like that? You want that? You want some help with your credit repair? We can help you with that. We've talked about self-employed loans. You don't need your tax returns. All you self-employed people, I know you're making good money. You're just not showing the IRS. You got what we call a creative accountant. Okay, good for you. Bring your bank statements in. I'll use your bank statements, or we can do a DSCR if it's an investment property. Hard money. We talked about hard money. You want private money? You don't, you're not qualifying, or you just want fast money. I got hard money right here. The Lone Ranger's got it. We can take care of that for you. Buy downs. We have a rate buster program that can get you up to 3% lower than prevailing rates. And I'm going to tell you something. It can help you get by these tougher times. Then I think that interest rates are going to stay steady. We talked a little bit about interest rates earlier. We did not have a good week in the market this week. Rates deteriorated a little bit, meaning they went up. They didn't come down. But I don't expect that we're going to see a lot of big changes. I think that the market is starting to get themselves a little more comfortable with Trump maybe being in office.
Well, they will. And I think this is what's important. I love the buy down right now, Bruce, because or getting closing costs paid. Somebody's laying out, let's say they're buying a 550 home, and the two places people are probably hit the most. It's the gas pump and the grocery store. Yeah. It's probably an extra almost $300.
Well, or the interest rate on the mortgage. I mean,
too,
I'm right
$300 to $1,000 a month because of Sleepy Joe. And I just think those buy down programs are getting cost paid. Knowing how to negotiate your deal, call me. We'll help you with that when you're buying a home. Knowing how it can make up for this inflation, because you are the good news and what's keeping this market afloat is that people are making money.
Of course,
the inflation is their house. Florida's good. Florida's busy. Our prices are still rising slowly, so they're getting more money than they thought they would.
They're making more money, but their money doesn't go as far.
It's not going as far. So that's what's important about the buy down, because putting down more money on the house, I don't think is the answer.
No, it's not.
Because I think the buy downs are better to give you relief for the next year or two. I think that's the way to go.
If you can qualify for minimum down, you're always better off.
I know
leverage money.
I know you will be calling them automatically when
absolutely. Like and just a quick reminder: Hometown Heroes opened up on July 1st. It will probably only last for about 3 to 4 weeks, is my guess. If you want to get down payment assistance money, it's one of the finest programs in the market. So call me at 407-250-9144 or webringyouhome.com. If you're out shopping for a home, you want new construction, go to my website at webringyouhome.com. Go to my friends and family. You'll see Cleve on there. You'll see Trinity Family Builders. I link you right to their website, all their communities. In Lakeland, you can go to Southern Homes. I love working with these guys. This is a new builder I took on, and I'm telling you, these guys are sharp.
Good.
And they build a great product.
Good.
So, and then I've got another program, Cleve, that we came out with called Line of Duty. Do you know that we created our owner, Ron Leonard, he put together a program that if you are a first responder, we will pay your house off if you fall in the line of duty up to $525,000.
You guys are doing that.
We're doing it. So even though like Tunnel for Towers does it, but they're limited, they can only help so many people. Mm-hmm. I'll help every one of you that are a first responder.
So it's like another insurance policy for the family.
It's an insurance policy for the family that we're covering for.
Like I said, you guys impress me with the products all the time.
So we want to do more for our community. If you are a first responder, you owe it to yourself to give us a call. We do a lot of things to help you and your family. We're committed to veterans. We're committed to police and firefighters and teachers, all sorts of law enforcement. The Lone Rangers right here, and I got your back because I know you have mine. 407-250-9144 or webringyouhome.com. Please.
All right. I've seen some things out there, Bruce. The market is moving nicely for the summer. I'm looking forward to next month's sales numbers because we're still hovering about a 3-month supply. You know, if you're a starter home, depending on where you're at, if you're a starter home, there's only about a 2-month supply. So prices are rising. Things are going quickly. And I just think this market will continue. Hopefully the bond market will straighten itself out. We'll get some good news, and those rates would come down to mid-6s. That would be wonderful. So, but hopefully, leading up to a good election. What's that Fed meeting date that I'm calling on?
Next Feding. Well, you're calling on September 18th.
September 18th. I'm betting on the deep state
betting on it.
Deep state rate cut.
If you want to get in, we'll start our own pool here. We can get in and see
Sleepy Joe's last bid to try and buy the election.
I think that there's a chance on it, but I'm going to give it a 50-50 chance that they're going to lower rates. Then I think that if they lower rates, it is completely politically driven, and it's not supposed to be.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I know you are, and I hear you. That should never happen. But I do believe
there's lots of things that should never happen. Look where we're at now.
Look where we're at right now. That is a prime example.
For your real estate plan, if you're thinking about selling a home and you want to know how to coordinate selling that house and buying a house, you think you might need one of Bruce's bridge loans, call me. If you're thinking about doing leapfrog, renting your old house, find out what that rent would be, get qualified to buy the new home, start building some generational wealth. If you are a landlord and you need property management, you're fuming. It's right now the beginning of July. You got 4 rental properties and 3 of them haven't paid rent and they're late. Call me 407-352-8118.
Yep. Or watch listen to the Loner Ranger show tomorrow at 11 o'clock, same station. webringyouhome.com, 407-250-9144. Have a blessed weekend.